You're now listening to the Z-Listers podcast with Brady, Neil, and AJP.
One of my toxic traits is that I genuinely think with just like a little bit of vocal coaching, I think I could be like a really great singer.
Yeah?
Not like Adele level, but like I think I could be a gifted singer with just the right, guiding hand.
So why don't you take vocal lessons?
I don't know. Why don't I do anything?
Yeah, that's true.
I really want to learn the piano. I'm never going to learn.
You still have that keyboard you bought for me?
Yeah.
Thanks for buying it.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Thanks for giving it to me. It was
I
fun.
didn't really give it to you. I sold
Or,
it to you.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Thanks for...
Have you used it ever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just not a lot.
Yeah. Can I just come over and take it back one day?
No. No, baby. We should do characters one episode.
Okay.
Like, just be different people.
Do you remember when Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas had a podcast? And they would dress up as characters, and
I didn't know that, but I knew they had a thing, and then they had a whole falling out.
Yeah.
Whole Jimmy Falloning out.
I'll show you later, but they did characters, and it was pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
We can start whenever you want to.
All right.
I'm ready.
Welcome to the Z-Listers podcast. That was a little loud. Welcome to the Z-Listers podcast. And I'm going to do a medium one. Welcome to the Z-Listers podcast.
My name is AJP.
You can use all three of those.
I'm going to use every one. I'm keeping them all in.
Cool.
Next to me is my beautiful co-host, Brady Neal. I'm AJP. And, I collabed with a guy on Instagram. I did a song with him. What's so funny?
I have a hangnail, and I was just thinking how funny it would be if I flicked it at you.
This is such a not even funny trope anymore, dude.
It's funny to me, though, because it makes you upset.
I know. A lot of things you do make me upset.
I love you. You don't mean that.
I know. This guy, he was like, I know about him. He's from Jersey. He moved to the L.A., I think. California somewhere. But he was like, yo, like, we should do a song. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. So I sent him a beat. He sent me back his verse. And at the end, he shouted me out and said, AJ Mack. So I was just like, okay. And it sounded like like the way he said it, it sounded like, he said something like, yeah, thanks for the feature, AJ Mack. But it sounded like man a little bit too. But then on the file name, it said his name and then like X and then my name. And it said AJ Mack. So I texted him. I was like, where did you get AJ Mack from? And he goes, oh, that's not your name. And I was like, nowhere on the internet is that my name. So.
And how did you know this guy?
I know him like through making music.
Oh, okay.
Like on Instagram.
But where'd you meet him?
Like through making music.
On the interwebs?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from Jersey. He's moved out to the West. Did you not listen to the first half of the story?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Yo, shout out to this. There's a rapper. My phone's over there. He goes by Life, right?
Okay.
LYF. And he's out of Boston or Massachusetts somewhere. And I was scrolling through Instagram and I was like unfollowing people. And I saw him and I still followed him. I did a show with him like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5-6 years ago. And I clicked on him and he's doing like a ton of shit, like actually doing shows and stuff, like promoting music. I think he was either on a podcast or he has a podcast. And the first show he ever did was when he opened for me in Boston. And now he's like doing like real shit. So I messaged him. I was like, yo, I don't know if you remember me, but I did a show up there and I think it was like 2017. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, I remember. He's like, that was my first show. And now like he kind of like, from there just started doing his own thing. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, again, I'm not claiming to have like made his career, but I'm saying just like.
Maybe I could open for you one day.
And then, maybe you'll be doing your own shit. If you have like if you can make 3 good songs on your own, I'm not helping you at all. And you can't use anything in the studio.
Okay.
Then yes, you can open for me.
Deal. You all saw that. That's proof.
Yep. I'm keeping it out.
Ironclad deal.
Yeah.
Gonna work.
You have to do it all on your own.
Okay.
All right.
Should I start brainstorming now on the podcast?
Please don't. Please do not. Do you ever hear people that can like really beatbox? Like that shit's crazy.
It's pretty crazy, but it's got to be one of the most like. I'm just like, why'd you put all that time into that? Like, I don't know.
I think it's cool.
I don't mean to yuck somebody's yum or whatever, but it's like you could have learned to play an instrument or something like beatboxing.
I know, but they can make any instrument with their mouth.
Yeah. No, it's kind of cool. I've seen like there's this one dude, some white dude, who's like really really good at it. He did like a progression, like this
Oh
is
yeah,
me
like
after.
one month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
10 years beatboxing. He's like doing crazy
I'm
shit.
like, what
Like the
the
people that could
fuck?
do like the dubstep stuff.
like
Like make a whole song just beatboxing. Oh my god! Dude, shout out to people who beatbox.
and shout out Skrillex.
Yeah, dude, we're 8 days into the month. I still have not had a Red Bull,
That's really cool.
dude. We gotta be healthy.
I just had 3 scoops of ice cream on a waffle cone that had chocolate around the rim.
But how many coffees did you have today?
2.
It's better than last time.
Yeah.
You had 4 last time,
Yeah.
That's half.
It goes up and down.
but that's okay.
Yeah, my brother was
He texts you,
yeah, he texted me. He was like, "Yo, you need to
chill with the coffee.
watch it with the coffee."
Yeah,
so
yeah. Now, I love that because you said, like, we have, like, it's not like a running joke, but, like, we talk to your dad on this podcast.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he watches and he's been
Yeah.
a listener for a while. Now, like, your brother, watches.
yeah.
And now, like, my grandpa watches. He called me yesterday. I know I say all the time, don't make me do a lot of editing.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, he knew what we were talking about.
Meaning?
He he knew what we were gonna make John.
Oh, the thing I said that you were like, please stop saying that on the podcast.
No. The thing that we said we're gonna make John Quinones sit on. That's as far as I'm gonna go. Okay. He got on the phone. He goes, "Yeah, I know what you mean, you pervert." And I was like, "Uh-oh." He heard that. So.
Yeah, he probably watched Howard Stern back in the day.
I think he definitely listened to Howard Stern.
Yeah. What did Howard Stern really get big? Like 30 years ago, like early 90s?
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, your grandpa
trying to
would have been
make-
like 40s?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But do you remember what else I said to you at the very end of that podcast? You were like, "Yeah, you said my dick looked tired," and then I was like, I said, what did I was like, "Yeah, but you had 4 coffees," and then you said, "But my dick didn't have 4 coffees." Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, and I said I was gonna start dunking my Johnson in my morning coffee.
So
Very weird.
So,
Sorry, Dad.
my grandpa left a comment.
I don't think Brady's new business, Duncan Dickens, will fly.
Dude, I thought that shit was so funny.
Shout out Gary Poland.
I know. He's got his full government on there as his YouTube name. I thought that was funny as hell.
His profile picture is him holding his social security card. Love you, Gary.
Anyway, you said you have notes.
Oh yeah,
I would love to get to your notes.
I
because
saw
this-
your notes, and you have like a whole like MLA sided.
Well, I totally forgot that you told me that your weekends are booked. So I was really planning to do this on the weekend. So I had to scramble. So I made a whole list. and
Okay.
I might even have a new segment we can do.
Oh, okay, cool. I just I thought of some things throughout the day organically. I was
Sure.
just like, that might
This
be
all
fun.
today?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was thinking one of the podcasts that I really like is well, I don't really like it, but I listen to it sometimes.
Okay.
So it didn't need to be said. Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky.
Okay.
And one of the things that I think is like legitimately great about their podcast is like I think it kind of makes the podcast is they've got the dudes in the booth in the background just like laughing their ass off.
Yeah.
So in the background you just hear like
Sure.
And I was thinking like maybe something to boost our podcast and snag some new listeners. We need to get some professional laughers.
You think? Just
think
have
that'll
a
be
bunch
fun.
of people on the couch over
Yeah,
there laughing?
we don't need to pay them anything. Just exposure, like their laughter being on our hit podcast will be enough. What do you think?
I don't like that idea.
You don't like laugh tracks
No.
as a concept?
What you're saying with their podcast, it
Yeah.
makes sense
Uh-huh.
because they're not just there to laugh.
Yeah,
They're producers. They're
Yeah.
doing things.
yeah.
Having someone just sitting there to like just watch a podcast is crazy. That's insane.
Okay, so we need to get a couple producers then.
Why and how and whose money? No. What else you got?
Well, let's not do it just like rapid fire, because then it's just like
Yeah, but your
it
top
deflates it.
You're they're not great.
So next, I think we should become a far-right Christian podcast.
First, one, you're making a lot of demands, and two, why?
I don't know. I just think like the crazier we are and the more like inflammatory we get, the wider our base will be.
Sure.
If we start saying crazy shit, and there's a lot of like Jesus lovers.
I know.
In
I
this
think,
great nation.
I think we've already burned that bridge, though.
Yeah, that probably said some stuff about Jesus and far right.
You can't just like do a 90-degree turn into that.
Well, obviously, we're gonna have to scrub all the other episodes.
No, not even that. I think if we really want to do this, we can keep this in. But if we really want to do this, we have to start like dropping little things in each episode.
What kind of things?
Just like saying things. You know what I mean? Like quoting. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Like quoting the Bible sometimes.
Oh, okay. Or
you know
saying Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Just things like that.
Germ warfare.
Yeah.
Modern technology. What do you say in this goofball out here? We love you, buddy.
I don't remember. What time?
Modern. I don't know.
Oh, modern medicine?
But yeah, modern surgery or something. Modern procedure.
I told Danielle that this was going to have to be a family-friendly episode.
Yeah.
And she said we should.
I said Sibian 3 times.
Yeah, it's okay. She said we should do our top 10 favorite Bible verses. I said that'd be really funny. What else?
I don't remember my favorite Bible verses. I was too busy throwing coffee on people.
Yeah, weren't you?
Remember that? Did I tell that story?
Throwing coffee on people?
Yeah.
No, you told me about how you stole from church.
Oh yeah.
Can you stop picking your dudes? How do people like you? How are you like a real guy? I don't. Sometimes I feel like I have a child.
Dude, look how red I am. I'm the same color as the little record button.
Yeah.
That was great. Don't worry, I don't have any more ammo.
That's crazy, dude. You're just.
Actually, I don't know if
there's some people that I know, especially being here, working with all these cover bands and stuff, and you just see people in these bands and they just they roll here. There's one guy that used to show up that rode a bicycle and then found out he doesn't have a license, and he used to carry a guitar on a bicycle.
Yeah.
And you just think how did this happen to a person?
Yeah.
Or you just see I was just in New York, went to see SZA. I'll tell you about that in a second. But you just see people in New York and you're like, how did they get this far?
Yeah.
We're documenting that with you right here on this podcast. You're like, how did somebody get so crazy? Was nobody looking out for them? Did nobody love them? We're making a slow documentary about your demise, your downfall. What were you going to say?
Don't know.
Okay. Wait, what else you got?
I don't like the sort of condescending, dismissive tone.
They're not really good things we can talk about. You just said.
Okay, well this one's good.
I hope so.
You got any fears?
Do I have any fears? I don't like heights. You know that.
Is that my nail right there?
I don't think so. No, I think it went that way.
Get it off the table.
No, just come on, dude. Now you're really pissing me off.
I know what you're scared of. You're scared of my dead skin.
I am scared of your dead. It's not. I'm not scared of it. It's just disgusting. Why would you? You're like a creature that belongs on the subway of New York. That's just you just are filthy.
That really would be fun as just obviously poverty is a big deal and homelessness and blah 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 blah.
There we go. You want to be a right wing podcast. You're doing a pretty good job.
Hey, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, okay? We need to abolish, social programs and stuff. Stop helping people. No, that would be a fun little excursion just every once in a while to go on the subways and just be crazy for a day.
Sure.
That's probably so insensitive to people who actually are crazy on the subways.
That's what you want to do?
But I just want to flick skin at people and make Willem Dafoe faces go ah!
Yeah, but I think some people on there would enjoy the skin flicking because they get shit flung at them.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's mild.
Right.
People would be looking for you where's the skin guy? This guy's shitting in a 7-Eleven cup. You know what I mean? this guy's taking a shit in a big gulp. You know?
I'd love to be like on the subway, like shaking a cup and be like, "Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry to bother you."
You know the whole speech.
I used to have a hit podcast, but I got fired, so now I have to flick skin at people on the subway.
I'm so glad you said that. We took the train to New York because we stayed over after the concert, and we came back, and there was this guy on the train like doing the speech, but he needed a ticket to Red Bank, and he was like doing the speech down every car, and he got to our car, and he's like, "Does anybody have $16 for a ticket to Red Bank?" He goes, "I'm not a homeless guy. I have a jacket." And like, he didn't look homeless. He just looked like he had no money. And then he started saying something about Venmo, and I'm like, if you have a Venmo or like have access to a Venmo, like
text a friend.
Yeah, like, and then also, how are you going to get the money out of that to buy a ticket? Like, NJ Transit doesn't take Venmo. Right. Anyway, he was like right by us when he said that, and I was just dying. Like, "I'm not homeless, I have a jacket," and just like that automatically makes you not a homeless guy.
Yeah. Did he? Two things. Number one, by jacket, was it like a suit jacket?
No, he just
a regular jacket.
He was wearing like a vest, like a zip up vest, and then he like with long sleeves. And then he had a jacket in his arms.
Why does that make you not?
According to him, that made him not a homeless guy.
And number two, did he look like, jacket or no jacket? Did he look homeless?
No, he didn't look homeless. He
you
just
think
looked...
there's something plausible?
Yeah, but you never know.
Yeah, there are like sick people who like aren't homeless, but that's just like what they do. For money.
There's a guy over by where you live on the highway that panhandles by the grocery store.
Yeah.
And the cop. So do you know he pulled a knife on a guy, or a guy pulled a knife on him?
Oh wow.
So he was at the light. This was a while ago, but you can find the news story. He was at the light. And the guy like rolled down his window and said, "Get a job." And then he told the guy, he said, "I make more money doing this than I do at work."
Yeah.
So they got in like a fight. The guy pulled over and like pulled a knife on the guy.
Yeah.
And then the cops came and everything.
Yeah.
And now he's still just at the light. And that's such a weird place.
Yeah.
I'm not going to obviously say it, but isn't that a weird place for a guy to be doing that?
It's very weird because McGregor and I were driving past one day and we saw him. And this is like a very... like suburban, I wouldn't say affluent area, but it's like...
It's also not even a dense area. There's like nothing really around that.
Yeah, he's in the middle of the like, whatever you want to call it.
The grass median on like a highway.
Yeah. And it's just so weird. It's like, wow, there's like homeless people panhandling, not even in the cities anymore. Like it's everywhere.
Very strange.
But yeah.
But yeah.
I just the other day, I was in... Hold on.
Come on, dude. That's insane. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Censor that, asshole. No, I don't give a shit. It's like I'm throwing it in your face.
Come on.
I can tell you fucking grew up an only child. Like, get used to some farts, asshole. You're not better than farts.
It's just...
Nobody is.
I could say some very mean things.
Whoa, don't go there.
I'm keeping it to myself.
Don't go there. What was I saying though? Homeless people. Oh, the other day I went on a walk and I decided to stop into the like little library kind of by my house. I've never been in there before. It's a nice little library, and there was a dude in there who looked,
The library?
Yeah.
Wow.
He looked I don't know, less fortunate or something. And I don't know. There's really nothing to that. But
that was work. I didn't. All I heard was homeless library.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I was just like, wow. There's like even in my area, which is sort of like
it's a small town.
Yeah. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, nice little library.
So we went to the city, saw SZA.
Okay, how was it? Was she looking thick?
She was looking really good.
That's good.
She brought out Phoebe Bridgers, and she brought out Cardi B.
No way.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I used to have a big crush on Phoebe.
You used to love Phoebe Bridgers.
Yeah, for about 3 weeks during the pandemic. Sorry, plandemic. Stay woke. All right.
You are, dude, not me. Leave me out of this. No, it was a great show, and I didn't really know a lot of SZA songs.
Okay.
But like her whole stage setup and like she's just incredible.
Oh yeah.
And another thing, she did a tour. So that album Control, I thought it came out like way long ago. It came out in like 2017, I think.
Yeah.
She did a tour for that, and she did 2 New York dates. She played, I think it was Irving Plaza and then Brooklyn Steel. Combined, both of those places hold 3,000. This tour, she did 2 sold-out nights at Madison Square Garden.
Which is how much?
Like, in the way she had it set up, probably 18,000, 19,000.
Yeah.
Like, insane.
Yeah.
And, like, in 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's insane. Like,
Yeah.
to go from, obviously she got, really famous and everything, but it was a great show.
I'm glad you had a good time. It looked cool.
And I kind of like going to shows, like, where I don't really know a lot about the artist. Just
Okay.
because then you can kind of take it in better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not like, how can I word this?
You
not
don't
like,
have expectations.
that too. And you're not like, like every song, like, Danielle knew or whatever. But like, it's really cool to see, And she had like a whole storyline in her show. Like, because she has, the SOS album cover, how she's sitting on like a diving board with the water. Her whole show is like water themed. So she's like on a boat. The boat crashes. She gets on like this raft. And then she goes back. And it's like, it's
That's
really
pretty
good.
cool.
It was a really good show.
I saw when I used to be into edibles,
That's a great way to start a story.
I would do these little like at home concerts where I'd get like really high and then I'd like put on a concert on YouTube and it would feel like you're there.
Sure. That's fun.
Yeah, it was really fun, and now edibles give me the scaries.
Yeah.
But I put on a Tyler the Creator concert once, and it was like really, like it's really cool the setup he has. He has like a whole like boat on the stage, kind of like SZA, and it looks really cool. But
That's awesome.
that album Control, like you should give it a listen.
I know like some songs from it, and I'm not
that's
like
a
against
classic
listening
album.
to SZA.
Yeah.
I just didn't know a lot of her songs. She's from New Jersey, you know that?
Oh, I feel like maybe we talked about that, but that's cool. Where's
Shout
she
out
from?
to SZA. Maplewood, I think.
Maplewood.
Shout out to SZA.
SZA, what's good?
That was a really good show.
Yeah.
Then we stayed over.
She's a really good lady.
She's good
SZA
looking.
bang my line.
She's good looking. No, you're already trying to hit up Lotto.
Yeah. Well, guy can dream. I mean, why limit myself?
I'm sending this to your girlfriend.
If my girlfriend is listening, I didn't mean that. That was just a joke. I love you.
Then we stayed at this hotel. It was a nice hotel. It was you don't realize like how small like people. We looked at reviews and everyone's like, "Oh, the room's so small." The room was like smaller than this, like up to the backdrop. It was even smaller,
including
than
the
that.
bathroom.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was really small, but it was nice. It had the place was so small. It had 4 rooms per floor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, really, really small, but it was a nice place. And now we're going to DC in a couple weeks, going to see the cherry blossom trees.
Oh nice.
Do you know those were a gift from the mayor of Tokyo? How cool is that?
That's really cute.
This is a history podcast.
Yeah. Dude, I'm still reading that book, People's History.
Yeah, yeah. How far are you?
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just got to World War I.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Don't tell
bro.
me who wins.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah.
You
know what else
very
too?
Good book.
I was telling you before this started, like
Sorry. Also, I'm a socialist now.
Oh, okay. You change a lot during the
Yeah.
Well, last time you joined the Communist Party.
Yeah.
You changed?
Kind of. Aren't socialism and
you're asking
communism
the
kind
wrong
of
guy,
similar?
dude.
I don't fucking know. I meant to Google it, but
You're
I
asking the
didn't,
wrong guy.
so.
I was telling you like before this podcast, like looking up other podcasts and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there are some people who are like considered like legit comedians, like people who like are respected in comedy, who are like doing their podcast like in a shed or like outside
Yeah.
with like cars going by.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if you do a show, like you should have some sort of
Production value.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I get there's some there's like probably 5 episodes out of like 2,000 of Joe Rogan's podcast where he wasn't in the studio.
Yeah.
And he did like 2 he was like driving, and then 1 he did on a plane, and then another one I forget who he interviewed, but they couldn't make it to him, so he went to them and like set up cameras. But you want to be like a show, like a series, like this is. Like, again, I'm not like, I am tooting our own horn a little bit because this is, this is fun.
We look good.
We look good as shit. But like, dude, there's some people, it's like, they're literally outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, this is crazy. So I think we just got to keep banging these out, and eventually we'll be good to go.
Yeah, give it 5-10 more years. Honestly, we're gonna blow up.
How long you down to keep doing it?
For all eternity.
Really?
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great.
I don't give a fuck.
Dude,
I have like 3 kids, and I'll be like, sorry. I'll be putting the one kid down. She's crying. I'm like, sorry, Daddy's got to go make history.
Dude, you missing like very important life moments of your children to come do the podcast is really funny. But you still won't not miss YMCA basketball. You know, like you're like telling me like, yeah, I could do it, but I got to get to the Y to play basketball. I'm like, you have 5 kids.
I'm 48. I'm like, I really think this is the year I'm gonna finally dunk.
You're like, yeah, like I'm gonna read that book on making movies. This is the year,
And then it's gonna be different.
yeah. You want to get to my notes here?
Well, I have one more thing.
Oh,
and I
okay,
think
okay.
this one you're gonna like. How'd that last one do?
I guess pretty good.
We didn't really talk about fears, but it's fine because we.
Yeah, well, I said I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
don't be fearing shit like that. I'm brave.
What did I tell you last time? I'm afraid of just like spontaneously throwing up.
Oh yeah.
That's something I think
You
about.
want to know something I'm afraid of?
Mhm.
My own mind.
Really?
Yeah.
You should be.
You know, I have to take medication so I don't get anxiety. Like that's silly.
Yeah.
My
And if
brain
you
can't
miss
be
a couple days, you will be on the subway.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool though.
I do me a favor, let me text I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm saying I'm going to do the bit as normal.
Okay.
And then I have to text my dad to like clear this story. Like you might have to
Okay.
cut this if that's okay, but
Sure. I mean, what's worse than what that T-shirt that he sent you last week?
Oh,
S&Ds with
I
my
like to
beehole?
suck dicks. Sorry, I like to SDs with my beehole. So my dad sent me this picture.
Okay.
Okay. He said this was at 7:15 in the morning yesterday.
Okay.
My dad said, "This guy pointed a gun at me this morning on the Bobby Jones Expressway. How do you feel about that?"
Okay, I don't think I can show that picture anymore.
You don't
because,
think so?
Because like that's like an allegation.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying your dad's a liar, but that's severe.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Maybe cover it up too. Like
Yeah.
when I flashed it.
Yeah, I'll definitely. So then, did you get it further? What else happened?
Okay, so I don't know if something's broken in me, but I didn't respond like that, like shocked or anything.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
took it pretty calmly. Like I
Okay.
feel like most people would be like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
Dad!"
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was just like, he said, "How do you feel about that?" I said, "Not good at all. Will you take this as a sign to chill a little on the road? Not to victim blame because I don't know the particulars, but surely you won't deny that you can be a bit aggressive. Did you get his plate?" And then,
Wait, you said that to your dad?
yeah.
Okay.
Did you get? Why is that funny?
It's just funny. You're
okay.
scolding him for his driving.
Yeah. Well, because we've gotten in like legit arguments. There was one time when we were down in like the Myrtle Beach area on vacation.
Yeah.
And
Do you know about the gay dolphin?
no.
Oh, okay.
And
You go to Myrtle Beach a lot. That's why I wanted to know. Go
We got
on.
into an argument and he said something like, "Oh, do you want me to just pull over and let you out or something?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I'm stubborn like that.
Really?
Love you, Dad. Sorry. And yeah, and
You got out of the car?
and I
You
walked.
did that in Ireland too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I hate cars. Got to get out of them. Got to escape.
You
But-
did that in a foreign country.
Yeah, I
And you just
know.
walked.
I know.
And then didn't some farmer say you can't walk here?
Yeah, they were like construction guys. Maybe they were in a van anyway, and they were like, "Hey, you gotta because I was walking along the highway behind the guardrail, so
Yeah,
I don't really see what the big fuss is." But they were like,
Shout out to the big fuss.
"Yeah," they were like, "You got to get out of there. The guards are gonna come, the police."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." So I walked through like a fucking bramble patch or something, just walking down back
Dude,
road.
I hear like people get in arguments with people and they're like, "Let me out of the car," and that's just I don't know. That's crazy.
I
to me.
never demand to be let out. It's just if the offer's on the table, I'm like, I'm taking it.
I'm gonna do that next time we're in the car together.
Yeah.
When
Also,
when we're really far away.
one time McGregor and I were supposed to go to Dorney Park or maybe Six Flags,
Mhm.
and we had left my house maybe 20 minutes prior, so we were only on the road for less than half an hour, and we got in an argument about like, I think he wanted to connect to the Bluetooth, and I was like, "Oh, well, like, let's just keep it on my phone because it was already connected or whatever." And he was like,
Sure.
"Why don't you want to connect mine?" And I was like, I think your music sucks or something like that. And he was like, "Name one song of mine that you don't like." And I was like, "Oh, what's that one song that you've been playing recently?"
Yeah.
And he named it. And I was like, "Yeah, that one. Like, name fucking 20 other songs."
Yeah.
Anyway, he got really pissed off and he was like, I don't know, we were just arguing. And then he was like, "Okay, well, like, if you're going to be like this, like, just take me home." And I was like, "Okay." And I turned around. We're like 25
You're
minutes.
like on 78.
Wherever that is,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And I obliged him because
Did
like
you
if
then go back and go to Dorney Park by yourself?
no,
You should have.
whole day got ruined. Yeah,
Damn.
it just like got too late in the day or something. But
Wow.
anyway, so
So what happened?
basically my dad was just like, I know I need to chill. Basically just admitted that he can be like a little aggressive sometime, but he was like, this is a wake up call because like someday, to quote him, I'm going to meet with a guy one day who just caught his wife cheating on him or something like that, and he's going to say fuck it and pull the trigger. But he ultimately didn't end up reporting the guy because like.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, unless you have video of him pointing the gun, like, it's
and how do you
your
get a
word against
picture
him.
like that? He just
I don't know.
got next to him at a light. Also, you don't take a picture before they pull the gun. Right. So that's crazy that he then went and then got in a position to take a picture.
Yeah.
Like you would just like if somebody put like I don't even know what I would do, but I would not be still going in the same direction as them.
In my fantasy,
Yeah.
like whenever somebody takes it to that level that they're actually pointing a gun at me, I do a pit maneuver on their car and I flip them.
Do you think
now,
about
that's
that
my
often?
fantasy. I don't think my Honda Civic's built like that, but
do you think about that often?
well, often-ish because I do like have. Every once in a while, I'm talking like a couple times a year, I'll have like little incidents. I don't even really want to say road rage, but just the other day, some jerk off was in the left lane, and you know how it is. Gary knows what I'm talking about. But, finally he got over and he's putting up his hands like, what? And then I got up next to him and all I did was I just turned to him and I went, like I tapped my head like, use your fucking noggin, And, but like that could easily get you killed if you pick the wrong guy. So I really shouldn't do stuff like that. But
you gotta be careful.
Sometimes I have violent fantasies.
So yeah, you need to stay on that medication.
I have a notebook.
Ask me what my fears are.
What are your
Your
fears?
brain, your mind. Yeah, that's our thumbnail. There you go. So what ended up happening? Your dad was just like, "Hey, this is something that happened to me today."
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
He seemed to take it kind of in stride too. I mean, over text, maybe the emotions don't convey, but I don't know how panicked
Did he tell
was.
your stepmom?
I was gonna ask. I don't know if he told her or not, but I imagine like maybe
he just told you, and hopefully he told you because he had to tell somebody.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you probably want to be honest with your spouse, but not if they're gonna give you shit and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, like why?
I did want to ask. I mean, I literally did ask, and he kind of like just didn't like. I don't know that he was purposely sidestepping the question, but he didn't tell me what instigated this.
Yeah.
Because I don't care how unhinged you are, you're not pulling a gun on somebody for nothing.
Yeah.
Like my dad must have been flashing him or giving him a finger or something. Like
this, or like this, or with the lights.
How
How was he flashing them?
Oh, like his tits. Yeah, so I don't really know the full story, but I'm glad he's safe, and I told him he needs to get a gat. And keep
Damn,
moving.
Brian, you gotta stay safe out there.
Yeah, stay strapped.
So, he doesn't seem like the type that. I mean, I never met him, but I've seen pictures, and you talk about him. Like he doesn't seem like the type that'd be going crazy on the road.
He can be, Dad, I love you. He can be very impatient.
Really? Okay.
Like especially on the road. Like he definitely like follows people too close, and I've yelled at him before. Like we live in New Jersey, and like we're with the shits in New Jersey. I'm
but he's also
like,
in the South.
Yeah, I know.
So that's
like I'm talking even by New Jersey standards. This
he's
man
aggressive?
is like tailgating people.
Wow.
Like it's kind of crazy.
Wow.
And he'll
if
be
you
like,
say that by Jersey standards, that's kind of. But it sounds like it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jersey drivers can be kind of wild.
No, I'm saying if you're saying he's wild compared to Jersey drivers, that's wild.
Yeah. And what's even wilder is like he lives in the South where people notoriously have guns.
Yeah.
You got to chill, pops.
Well, stay safe, Brian.
I've never called him pops before.
Never? Well, that's something. Now, damn, I don't want to keep talking about it because you have to get it cleared, but
Go ahead.
no, I'm saying because if I have to cut all that, if he wants it,
Just keep going. Oh,
you know
okay,
what I'm saying?
Sorry.
I don't want to make 40 minutes about
Yeah.
the incident if I have to cut it.
No, I'll clear it with him.
Okay, I'll still keep it in though. That's okay.
Yeah, who fucking cares?
I mean, it's like something.
Make
that
sure
happened.
you blur that guy's face.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I won't
Yeah.
show the picture. That's crazy. He got such a good picture though.
Yeah, I do want to hunt that guy down.
Well,
But anyway.
that's cute. You care about your dad.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
don't fuck with my boy.
Is that all your notes? You should have led with that one. That one was a lot better.
I saved the best for last. We got to get a cough button and a fart button and a burp button.
So far, you've made way too many demands on this podcast for your effort level. So,
I want a flat screen over here on my side with brazzers going 24/7. Okay?
that'd actually be good because you wouldn't flick your stuff towards me. You'd be looking at that way the whole time. I have a bunch of notes here. I don't know if you can see all this.
There's a lot.
Back to Madison Square Garden real quick. That's where the show was. When we left, there's all these signs that like you're on camera, facial recognition, and did you know about that?
Yeah,
James Dolan.
James
So
Dolan. Yeah.
I read about it, and there's like some articles, and some are like I skimmed the articles, but anyway, there was one. This lawyer in December was taking like a Girl Scout troop to the Rockettes, and she worked for a law firm that was suing, I guess, something that had to do with James Dolan, and they didn't get in because her face was on the thing.
Right.
I was like, that's so crazy, and he just like he doesn't let people he doesn't like.
Oh yeah, people who have like shit talk the Knicks or whatever, like
they don't get in.
Yeah,
I was like, that's insane, dude. So
it's like some fascist shit. Like he shouldn't be allowed to do that. I don't fucking care if it's his thing. Does he own Madison Square Garden?
I think he does.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But still, he shouldn't be allowed to do that. What the fuck?
When we saw the signs, I told Danielle about it, and then I looked it up later.
Yeah.
I would do the exact same thing. I think that's so funny. Like, I don't want to like not be able to go to Madison Square Garden, even though I'm not like a Knicks fan or a hockey fan.
Yeah.
But I would do the same thing. Like, you can't tell me like that's not like funny as shit. And he's just like, okay, you can't come in now. I have your face. Like, that's so funny. But anyway, Joe Rogan opened a comedy club in Austin. And, there's like a lot of people that don't like him or like write shit about him and, all this stuff. So,
if you're going to move to Texas, Joe, pick a less liberal city than Austin.
Yeah.
Of all the cities he could have picked.
Yeah. So this is his club. It used to be, I guess, called the Ritz. It was like a theater. He bought it and changed it.
Comedy Mothership.
Yeah, that's what it's called. But look at this. There's no sound on this, right?
Cool looking.
I screen recorded this from Instagram. Look at this. So it says first customer, right? Then look what they make this guy do. They make him go over here and stand and get his picture taken. So I'm like, I wonder if he's doing the same thing. If there's like some like writer, because I'm sure you have to like lock up your phones here.
Yeah.
Like if you go over to Comedy Club here, you don't have to lock your phone up. But if you have it out, they'll like say something.
Yeah.
Like, you ever go to anything where they lock your phone up in the bag? Do you know about it?
Yeah.
So if they give you the bag and then it has like this tag on it, like that's on close.
Right.
And then to get your phone, you have to like leave the area and they unlock it. You could do stuff. And then when you leave, they unlock it too. And shit. Anyway, so I'm sure you have to do that at a place like this because, they don't want people filming his shit. But I wonder if he's doing that. If he's doing...
the facial
that's the club.
Shit.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, but I was like, I wonder if he's doing like... Because you see the guy got a camera right there.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. Like some writer for some publication that wrote some shit about him and like, oh, you can't come in.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's pretty crazy. But and shout out to this guy. I don't know if he's actually the first customer, but that's what it said on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would do the same thing if I had a place like that. That's so funny. Like, and also too, like you can do that if you have a business, but you have to have a business people want to go to. Yep. So people like shit talk the Knicks. Okay, now your kid can't come see Disney on Ice. Like that's so funny that you own the building too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love the Knicks. They're my favorite team.
Fuck the Knicks.
Oh, you're never going to Madison Square Garden. Oops.
Fuck the Knicks. Atlanta Hawks for life, baby.
How they doing?
I haven't really been following. I think they've got a new coach, and I think they're like a little better. But they got fucking Quinn Snyder who was formerly the Utah Jazz.
Really?
Yeah, that was like a big deal.
I don't know. So I want to do.
You made me happy for a second.
I want to do a topic for like weird news.
Okay.
This
isn't the world record you wanted to break, is it?
No. No, we'll talk about that next episode. But this, I think, first of all, this is insane. So this is like, it could be in the news segment, but I also think this falls into passion or mental illness.
Okay.
Fitness enthusiast does 8,008 pull-ups in 24 hours. Also, I'm not going to watch a 24-hour video if there even is one. You can't tell me everyone was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they're counting
Yeah.
if they're counting the bad ones, then it's not that many. Or if they're not counting the bad ones, imagine that's all the good ones.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. But I think the guy was from Australia. Where's my mouse?
Passion for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Was he doing it for a cause?
Raise money for charity group for dementia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
I hope that they weren't the ones keeping the record because they'll forget about it.
Oh, wow.
What else we got here? This is perfect for what I was just talking about before. So these guys were doing a podcast, right? Did you see this?
Yeah.
These guys are doing a podcast. First of all, like in a cafe. Why are you doing a podcast in a cafe?
Yeah.
Number one.
Be professional.
Get a studio. Do it. One of you has to have a house. But the reason I love these guys, did you see what this guy was wearing?
No.
That's a FUBU jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I love how this guy at least was like, okay, I got to get out of here. This guy just seemed like it was an inconvenience, right? And you'll see what we mean when we play the video. They're doing a podcast. Boom! A car comes through the window. And this guy's just like, oh, okay. Also, he's using a 57 there. It's like, that's not a mic you should be using for a podcast.
Hey, you fucking idiot. That's not a transducer, Mike.
And then he just takes out his phone and starts filming it. And that's what you're worried about? How crazy is that? I didn't see all that. I didn't see all this part.
I'd love to know what happened. Like, how do you manage that?
And there's so many questions I have, but
I love videos like that. Like, you ever see somebody like panic and they hit the gas instead of like they're going in reverse or something, or going forwards.
Yeah.
And it's just funny. It's like, we're all so feeble-minded.
Bam. I don't know, that shit.
Boom.
It made me think of us though.
Yeah, like
one day I'm gonna hire somebody to stand back there, and you're not gonna know someone's back there, and I'm gonna tell them at a random point to just like run through cut through the thing.
The
Maybe for
Kool-Aid
Halloween.
Man.
Yeah. For Halloween, they'll
you gotta
just burst through the
trick
backdrop.
me and make this thing like breakaway so he can tear through it, or give him a bunch of knives.
Yeah, he'll be back there with a knife, and he'll just cut through it, like right by your side. That'd be so funny. This is a story I don't really care about. We have an update on the guy that stole from church.
No way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is him, okay? Because we told him to keep going, right? I'm pretty sure that this is him.
UK thief admits stealing thousands of Cadbury cream Easter eggs.
Used a stolen semi-truck to tow away a trailer loaded with more than 38,000 of Cadbury cream eggs and other chocolate goods.
That's wild.
I just thought that headline was great. Another headline I thought was incredible, and it really shows that nobody's safe out here. Like, you think your dad got it bad, bro? They stole the catalytic converter on the Wienermobile, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Oh, wow.
They cut off the catalytic converter of the Wienermobile, dude. It was in Vegas somewhere. But how funny is that? Like, they don't give a fuck. Like, these thieves are crazy.
I saw a clip on Reddit like the other day where somebody was stealing a catalytic converter, and I guess like they started the car and like ran him over, and he died.
Really?
And everybody in the comments was like, "Good, you fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
Hope you rot in hell, bitch.
Yeah.
You deserve it."
I kind of want to see that now. I'll blur it on here, but I definitely want to. Oh, wait, I got to go this way with it. This was recent, you said?
Yeah, fairly recent.
Okay, let me find it. It's just taking me to ABC 7. Is that where you saw it? Because they're not going to show it.
No, it's on r/robbers getting fucked 2. Robbers getting fucked 1 couldn't handle all the content, so they had to make a second subreddit.
Oh my god. Can
Um,
you see over there? Can you see the screen?
Can I see the screen? Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to watch
Yeah,
this.
there it is. There
This
it is.
is it?
Yeah.
All right, wait. Here we go. We're going to react to this video.
Can you move your water bottle, please?
We have to kind of keep talking because it's going to be a lot of dead air.
Yeah.
They show it in this?
Well, there's the guy, like, they're giving him emergency aid or whatever.
So he doesn't actually you don't see him get run over.
No. Oh, sorry.
Why are you
wanted
wasting my
I'm
time?
sorry. Well, look, they're giving him chest compressions.
I
That's
don't
grisly.
care about chest compressions.
Well.
Dude, after you showed me that guy get his neck sliced open, that's the bar.
Yeah,
just
that's
so you
like
know.
you said. You've been showing that to coworkers.
I've
and
shown
shit.
that to everybody who's wanted to see it. I've shown that to
That's
people.
insane.
I've shown that to people, and I've been like, they're like, I don't want to see that. And I'm like, it's crazy though. It's
You're
really
like-
crazy.
I talk sometimes about how like you're a lot like Tom Segura, or you remind me a lot about
Sure.
of
Because
him.
I'm bald and have a beard and would probably break my arm playing basketball.
Exactly.
Okay.
And but you're also
Cam.
Cam. Woo!
Wasn't even close.
Nice. Hey, be nicer to yourself. You were
Thanks.
close, buddy. No, like he also loves fucked up videos,
Sure.
and you just love seeing gruesome, grisly shit.
I love the
but
internet.
that's crazy. For people who don't know, I'm gonna describe it. Basically, this guy is in a mall being like pursued by two people.
No,
right?
it was a lot more than that.
Really? Okay,
There was-
a couple guys
There
are
were
coming
two.
out.
There were two that I know this video
like,
really
main guys.
really well.
Yeah.
There are two that are like trying to attack him, but they have like a little gang and they're like behind him, kind of like doing these kind of moves, you know?
Yeah.
And then the one guy gets close, and first of all, the guy that's like being attacked is backing up, and he has like a knife or like a machete. It's a
Yeah.
big knife.
Yeah.
It's not just like a little pocket knife.
Well, was it in Australia?
I think it was.
That's why.
And a bush knife. He was just out.
Yeah.
And then
This is a knife.
and then he went to the mall.
Yeah.
So one guy gets close and he like swings the knife and he hits a guy in the neck.
And it's like, because the video's kind of like grainy, like you're like, like that was a close one. Like,
Yeah.
you barely even see it. It's
Yeah,
like,
it didn't.
he didn't get him.
It wasn't like he he wasn't even trying. I think he was just swinging the
Yeah,
knife
yeah.
because the
He was
guys
like-
got close.
He's overpowered.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, get the fuck away from me.
And he's backing up. He's not even like the one going after them.
Right.
But didn't we look it up? He went to prison, right? I think we.
Yeah, probably.
So anyway, the guy that gets hit, he like grabs his neck and he's standing there, and like you said this, and like the amount of blood, like you would think like, oh, this is a Hollywood movie, like they're just exaggerating.
It's like a
the-
Tarantino
like,
film.
Yeah, like this is like a gore, like a horror,
Yeah.
gory movie. Like this is not even real, and it's just pouring out of
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy, and then he's holding his neck and he just drops, and then
Yeah.
he's laying
It's
in a
literally
pool of
from
himself.
the time he gets stabbed to the time he's dead,
Is like,
less than 5 seconds.
yeah, pretty much.
It's just like he's like,
Like-
gets a little woozy, does
Yeah.
a stanky leg, and gone.
That's so disrespectful, but
Well, he
yeah.
was attacking the guy, so I don't really feel that much sympathy for him.
Yeah,
He was
we don't
probably-
know what happened.
we don't know what happened.
Maybe the guy
I'm
with the knife
sorry.
cut him off in traffic and followed him into the mall.
Maybe. Well, don't follow people into the mall.
I'm
Don't
just
get
saying,
stabbed.
what it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, maybe your dad cut that guy off.
I'm
but yeah,
sorry
no,
to
it
the
was-
guy who died.
It was a crazy video. But yeah, I mean, you show me this shit over here, and they're just doing
Yeah, I'm
chest
sorry. It
compressions
doesn't
on the guy.
compare at all. But no, that video on the mall, like he grabs his neck, and like I said, the video's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And so like his hand just kind of turns red, like a pixely
yeah,
red.
yeah.
And you're just like, that's fake. Somebody added that. And then
Yeah.
you start seeing it on the floor, and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
And then when people are like, I don't want to see that, I describe that.
Yeah.
I just I say exactly what you just said. I was like, oh, it's crazy. You've never seen this much blood ever.
Yeah, I was thinking just now, like, there's probably people listening. Poor Carol, probably. I shouldn't assume she's squeamish because she's a woman, but it's no wonder she likes you more than me. I'm sorry, Carol, but there's probably people listening who don't want to hear this.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy video. You told me that you heard about a guy that broke his leg in a car accident and died because he bled.
Yeah,
Like you could just bleed and die.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It was right here, right?
Right over here, where you shouldn't technically be going that fast anyway. But
Is that
like,
what happened? He was like flying through
I
the
have
circle?
no idea.
Still, the fact that you could break your leg in a car accident and then bleed out and die,
Yeah,
and like not, you don't know if he was like injured further than breaking his leg,
Right.
But still,
yeah, and it's like when I feel like we
what was
talk
that?
about
Keep talking. There was
we
a
talk about
show.
breaking limbs so casually, but like,
Have
it
you ever
is
broken a bone?
knock on wood, no.
Yeah, me either.
Nice. Could you imagine? Couldn't be me.
No, I can't. Keep going.
No, but we talk about breaking limbs so casually, and it's like technically you could break an appendage in such a way that it like nicks an artery or whatever, and you're dead.
Yeah.
That's scary. You know what freaks me out? You want to know a fear?
Yeah.
Compound fractures.
Yeah.
Like breaking your arm and like the bone sticks through.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Do you remember the show Scarred?
Yeah.
Do you remember this
Dude,
show?
You just unlocked a memory.
Right? So there was a show. What channel was it on?
It had to have been like Spike or something.
It was on MTV.
Okay.
Premiered in 2007.
Okay.
And I think it was only on.
I forgot about this shit.
Dude, as you were saying that, I was thinking like, yeah, like they showed videos of like bones coming through people's. Yeah, that shit. I can't watch that shit. The other shit, like the crazy, because now you got me into Reddit. Like the other crazy shit, like I could watch stuff like that. But
you watch Ukrainians drop grenades on Russians all day.
So crazy. It's so crazy. There's just all these videos of it.
Yeah.
I think I showed you the one where the guy like ran up in the foxhole and then realized that it wasn't the people, like the guys in there weren't Russians.
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
Okay, we'll watch that one
I'd
later.
be very curious.
That one's crazy.
Yeah.
But there's so much crazy shit on the internet. I think I've even said on this podcast, like I was like unsupervised on the internet, like way too young. Do you know meatspin.com? Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to set that as people's like default when they opened up a browser, so that would pop up and start happening.
Yeah.
And I looked it up the other day. It's still a website, still going. And
nice.
You don't know what it is?
Isn't it just a guy like
helicoptering
his dick?
Watch over here.
Okay. Did you ever, as a kid, go to the mall and like, were you one of those jokesters who put like porn on the laptops at the Apple store?
No, I never went that far.
I used to do shit like
really?
that.
So look right here.
I was a wild little ruffian.
You need Flash.
Oh shit!
What the hell? This page is no longer available.
Let's go to some of these other sites.
No. Wait. Anyway, we're wasting way too much time on that. Yeah, there's
Scarred.
crazy. Oh, Scarred. Yeah. Bro. Do you remember that show? Like, you remember watching that shit?
Yeah, I used to watch it with my cousins.
Dude, seeing the bones come through, I can't do that.
Yeah,
dude, MTV was wild. Then you remember Bully Beatdown? Do you remember that one?
I never watched that show, but I know of it.
Yeah, they would have like, they would get some guy that was like some guy's bully. Like such a 2000s, like stupid premise for a show.
Right.
And the bully would agree to do it. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm a tough guy," and they would fight an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. But I love that era of TV.
Speaking of like compound fractures,
oh yeah, speaking of compound fractures.
You ever seen that infamous Kevin Ware video?
No, what's
the college basketball player who broke his leg?
Maybe.
It's
You're gonna make me
would it freak you out to watch it right now?
Nah, watch
it's
it. It's
gruesome. It's bad.
Better, worse than Gordon Hayward?
I would say so. That's like what a lot of people were comparing it to at the time when Gordon Hayward got injured, but I think it's more graphic.
Okay.
From what I remember.
Be some dead air me trying to find this.
Yeah.
Right now. I don't want to put it on the screen either.
Oh no, it's
Is
bad.
it on YouTube? Just March 31st, 2013.
I'm scared.
He got the ball?
I'm assuming so. Maybe not. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. We got to talk over this because...
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Wait, I missed it.
Oh, well, I'm sure they're going to do a replay.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You know it's good if I got you to react.
Wow.
Oh, I hope they do a slow-mo.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I thought there was like a different angle where you can like see the bone.
Oh, my God. Wait.
Ooh.
Ow. Ow. Now I want to look at pictures of it.
Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, man.
When was... Oh, it said 2013.
Can you see the bone sticking out now?
I want to. It looks like... Oh, my God. Oh, that is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
I
watched a guy get his neck sliced open and die.
Oh.
I don't know what to do with myself. This has been the Z-Listers podcast. If you listen to this, I don't know why. That guy's really hurt. I'm glad is he okay now? Is he good?
I think his career ended. He might have played overseas, but...
Dude, it's been the Z-Listers podcast. That's our thumbnail. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Love you. Bye.